Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Self-Love Sunday Live with me, Jaina. I'm just going to wait here for a moment while some of you join in. And today I'm going to be talking about my self-love journey. So let me give you guys a moment. Hi, Nisha. Thanks for joining in. We're just waiting a moment just for some more people to come in. I hope you're doing well. I hope your Sunday has started off really well. Thank you for coming in. So just give it another moment and then I will begin. Okay, so let's begin. Let's start. And today I want to talk about my self-love journey and the fact that it is a journey, it's not a destination, and it's just continuously evolving and changing. And I think, if I look at myself like from a year ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago, I definitely say I'm much more closer to living in a space of self-love where I really do love and respect myself. I trust myself. I really recognize the decisions I make, the choices I make, and I have like full compassion for myself as well. And I think it takes a lot to get there. It has taken a lot to get there, and I'm still continuing the journey, and I can be in and out of that state of self-love. And that sense of self-love can sometimes be really strong, and I really feel like I'm in it and I'm vibrating at a level of self-love. And there can be other moments where I don't feel it so much. It can be just like a little pocket and a moment of feeling self-love. And I also know that when I do feel a sense of self-love, I'm grounded in it. Like, for it to really feel strong, I am really grounded in my sense of self-love. And when I feel that I'm grounded and I have that sense of self-love, it feels really strong. Like nothing else can get in the way of stealing that energy from me. Hi Priya, thanks for joining in as well. So I really feel like in order to experience self-love, we can experience it, but we really need to find a sense of strength with it, and that takes grounding and really not giving our love away in directions that isn't going to serve us, right? Really just filling our cup up so much. So obviously, like, as you guys know, I have been through a divorce, and I'm a single mom now. And I think the act of that, for me personally, was an act of self-love. And it doesn't mean that there was no love in our marriage. I deeply loved my husband at the time, and he loved me. Our souls were just going in different directions. And it was with great respect and love that we decided to separate and go in a different direction. So I think for me, that was an act of self-love. And I think the thing with a divorce, and I remember feeling this like at the time. Hi Yana, thanks for joining in as well. I just remember feeling and thinking at the time that, like this word divorce, like I still get uncomfortable saying the word, and it can be really difficult to kind of own it. And I felt like at that time, like divorce was like this label of like me feeling like I'm unloved, or I'm unlovable. So hi Lena, thanks for joining in as well. It was almost like, like a feeling of, like not even a feeling. It was like, what will people think of me if I've been through a divorce? That I am unlovable. And it's like the complete opposite. Like it really is the complete opposite. It was the greatest act of love, self-love that I could give myself at that time. And I knew, and I think for both of us, and even with my ex, we both knew that we just needed to honor this process, and we needed to honor ourselves, and go in different directions, and that's okay. Like, it's really okay. And in that process of loving myself and having great love and respect for each other to be able to go through this, it was also great for my kids. Like, they want a mum who loves herself. Like, if I don't love myself, how are they ever going to be able to love themselves? So it really, it felt so strong to do it. And I was speaking to someone yesterday about like just this kind of Shakti energy, like it really was a Shakti energy coming through. Hi Sats, thanks for joining in. Really good to see you here. So yeah, it was really like this Shakti energy, like coming through me, like this is what I needed to do. It was really, really strong and really powerful. So if you are like experiencing those kind of feelings or things, just know that, you know, sometimes you might not be ready to go through a divorce, like you might not want to, and it's not for everyone, obviously. And you know, if you are happily married, that is amazing and it's great. It takes a lot of you know, you have to really make sure that your souls are aligned. And if you feel like that your soul is not aligned, then it is time to think, okay, what can I do differently? And that doesn't mean you have to go through a divorce or a separation. It's not like that, and it shouldn't be taken lightly to go in that direction. But you know, there's so many other things you can do to keep your marriage on track and go in that direction. Hi Dins, thanks for coming in. So yeah, so I think it was just, I just needed to honor myself. And so that was like, for me, like a great act of self-love. But there's so many other things, you know, obviously where we can experience love, and so many other things we can do for ourselves on a smaller scale as well. And just, you know, little things like just making ourselves a healthy home cooked meal can be an act of self-love, right? But what I do feel like on this journey that I'm going on is I definitely feel like I value myself so much more. And I feel a sense of worthiness, like I feel worthy of love. Like I really feel worthy of love. And that means I won't put myself in spaces that I don't want to be in. I won't put myself around people that I don't want to be around. I will honor like my feelings. Like if I'm feeling uncomfortable in a situation, or I'm feeling uncomfortable around someone, I will really take the time to analyze that feeling. Like, what is that feeling showing me? Can I move through this process and release that feeling and continue to put myself in that situation or around that person? And if the resounding feeling is like no, then I go with that. Like I listen to that, and I so trust myself now. I trust my feelings. I trust my intuition. And that really does take a lot of work to get to that point of really loving yourself enough to be like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be here. I want to put myself in this space and around these people, and I want to have these situations, and I want to attract this into my life. I want to attract a deep sense of love, self-love for myself, but also love from other people too. Deepa, thanks for joining in as well. So I definitely feel like through this process, I speak to myself a lot, like I'm so much kinder to myself. And I celebrate myself and my achievements. And it really, you know, it's just the little things in life now, like I will celebrate. Because sometimes even like, I mean, I'm a mom, obviously. Sometimes just getting my kids to school and out the door, you know, once I've dropped them off, I will literally be skipping back home because it's just a celebration. It's achievement that they're at school. And I think we need to do that. We need to celebrate ourselves. We need to celebrate the little wins in life. And the big wins and do things for ourselves, whether it's just doing a happy dance, you know, to just celebrate whatever it is that you've achieved. And, you know, that's not to say that I also don't get low moods. I obviously do get days when things can be really, really heavy, or sadness can come up. I can get really low. I can just sometimes feel really depressed and really down. I get those days, and I'm a very emotional based person. So my emotions can go up and down all the time. But I have learned over time to really honor that my emotions are a powerhouse. And actually, if I take the time to sit with those emotions, feel those emotions and move through them, it can really transform into something beautiful and amazing. And it's being able to transform and even like doing these self-love Sunday lives, like I really feel like it has really helped me to transform my pain and suffering into something positive. And I really hope that, you know, it's reaching you guys and you're feeling inspired by it, or you're just taking away something positive from what I'm saying. And I just really feel like, yeah, it's that in itself is an act of self-love, being able to like transform your pain into something positive. And I want you to believe that you can do that, like whatever you are going through. Hi Pooja, thanks for coming in as well. Yeah, I think it's really important that you are able to do that as well, like to know that whatever suffering or pain that you might go through, that you can transform it into something so powerful and so positive and so strong. It's such a beautiful thing, actually. And obviously, like when we do go through suffering and those kinds of experiences, it can be like so heartbreaking and so painful. But, you know, there's like deep lessons there, deep soul lessons there. And if we can access those and bring them up and shine them out and own them and wear our stories and share our stories, it can be so wonderful, and it can really allow us to all connect to each other in a different way. So I feel like that self-love journey has allowed me to do that as well. And, you know, it's even things like with the journey, I've just recognized, like I speak to a counselor and I have like a therapist who I speak to every now and then. And, you know, I was telling her the other day about a situation where I was feeling like a great sense of shame about something. And I was feeling so much shame. And I told her that I was feeling this emotion of shame and this situation happened. And this was how I was feeling. But I kind of told myself, like the way I spoke to myself, I told myself that, okay, it's okay that you feel shame. Like, let's recognize this emotion and this feeling that you're feeling shame. It's okay to feel that. But also, you don't need to feel that. You don't need to feel that. Hi, Isha. Thanks for joining. So good to see you here. So you don't need to feel that way. So I had to kind of talk to myself and tell myself. And so when I was telling my counsellor of this situation, she just like highlighted the fact that I was like able to now speak to myself in that way, in a kinder way, which really, again, that was, for me, was like an achievement. And I was just like, wow, like how far have I come that I can actually recognize my emotions and feelings and understand that it's okay to feel that way, but to also tell myself, like, you deserve better, you deserve to feel love and joy, and you deserve to be your full whole self and not feel ashamed of all these different parts of yourself, and not be ashamed for what you're doing and what you're putting out into the world and how you're being in the world. There's no need to feel any shame about that. You can just be yourself. So I really like recognized that, and again, that was like another win for me, I felt like. So now I feel like I'm also a bit more aware of like when I lose that sense of self-love, like when I'm coming off track. And I think that happens when, you know, I'm not feeling so good, or I'm people pleasing, or I've lost my boundaries, or I'm doing things that I don't want to do. And in terms of like, we obviously all have responsibilities and duties that we need to do. Hi Naya, thanks for joining in. We obviously have lots of responsibilities and duties that we need to do, and sometimes we might not want to do those, but knowing that we have to do that. But if I'm doing something where I have a choice and I'm doing it and I'm not like happy about doing it, then that's like just like I'm off track. I know then I'm off track. And I also don't put myself into spaces, again, that I don't want to be in, because I really don't need to do that to myself. So that's when I know when I'm off my track of self-love, and then I just try to put myself back onto the path of self-love. And you know, I'm still learning. This is still like a journey that I'm going through and experiencing, and every day I feel like I'm getting closer to a place of deep self-love and self-respect and self-worth. I feel like my heart is opening more. I'm able to just love myself more, and in light of that, I feel like so many wonderful things are happening around me. Hi Corin, thanks for joining in as well. Yeah, lots of just things just open up. Your heart opens up, and opportunities come towards you. you know, different situations, different people come into your life. So it's so wonderful and it's so beautiful. And I think as well, like if you're looking for love as well, like, you know, if you are looking for love and you're not finding it out in the outside world, you really need to find it internally so that your heart can then open, so that you can then just magnetize and attract the right kind of love into your life and the right people into your life. So yeah, that is my journey to self-love, my current journey. It's going to keep evolving and I'll keep like updating you on how I'm going. I would love to hear like your stories. I'm going to share this live on my profile page so you can add your stories in too. I would love to hear from you, or just DM me. Just, it would be so nice to speak to you and understand your journey through self-love. Also, do make sure that you sign up to my newsletter. You can do that by going onto my website, which is yogawithjaina.com, because I've got something really exciting coming up and I'm going to be sharing the details soon. And it's really going to take your self-love into a different direction. And it's really going to help you to really step into a place of self-love. And like I said at the beginning of this session, it's really about feeling grounded in self-love. Like it's not just a fleeting, like I want you to really feel grounded and strong in your self-love. So look out for that. The details will go out in my newsletter, so it's quite exclusive into the newsletter to begin with. So just make sure you keep an eye out for that. And I will again be live again next Sunday at 9 a.m. But otherwise, I wish you all a lovely Sunday. Make sure you do something to love yourself, to care for yourself, to nurture yourself. And to just, fill your cup up as much as you can with love and joy. And I send you so much love from my heart, like to your heart. And I hope you have a really good rest of the day. Take care. Speak to you soon. Bye.